another thing. Sometimes, let's say if you're only a college coach and you've only ever been a college coach, well, then you only have a perspective of what to do with college athletes, right? But if you train 10-year-olds all the way up to big leaguers, right? All stars, like some, not even just big leaguers, but like all stars, like guys that could potentially be Hall of Famers. That's a very different dynamic because in different stages of development, we're going to focus on different things. And so, and if you've only coached youth athletes and you think, oh, I can take that same model and I can bring it all the way to the big leagues, sometimes that one is a little easier to see and go, that might not work as much. But also we need to work backwards. What I would do with a big leaguer, I might not necessarily do with a 10-year-old, right? And again, they're at different stages in their development. One of the things, you and I constantly do with athletes is, for example, like a youth athlete, a lot of times they need more reps and they need to generally just be stronger. There's some general low-hanging fruit stuff. Now, we are mindful though, and we always like to add this context because a lot of people will say that, right? Like, oh yeah, so like, let's just get stronger. Let me just give them reps. But you also don't want to be building bad habits in the process. And that also means in the weight room as well, not just, from that. And obviously that's a big area that you've taken on now. But again, a big part of my career was training a lot of youth and young athletes. And we get that question all the time, right? And it's like, okay, but you guys only work with these like really high level athletes. And it's like, no, we work all the way down, 10-year-olds all the way up. Our median age probably in here is probably like 12, 13, 14.
Like closer to 14.
Yeah, 13, 14. Yeah, depending on, also seasonality year over year, X, Y, and Z. Some of our athletes get older and stay with us and X, Y, and Z. But I was going to have you kind of like touch on that since now that you've had the opportunity to train these athletes at different stages in that process. What are some things, specific